Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're totally decoding the puzzle of packing for Italy in the autumn. If you want to stay comfortable, blend in with the locals, and, actually zip your suitcase shut, you are in exactly the right place.
Let me guess, are you staring at an empty suitcase right now, just completely agonizing over what to bring for your fall Italian getaway? Well, you're not alone. It's incredibly common to feel overwhelmed. According to Italy's National Tourist Agency, October is literally one of the most popular months for independent travelers. But get this, packing the wrong gear is actually one of the top reasons these dream trips end up being, well, pretty uncomfortable.
The absolute biggest mistake people make? Packing for just one single weather pattern. Italy's climate in October is like a giant puzzle. It's way more complex than people think. Down in Sicily, it still feels like late summer, while up in Milan, it can honestly feel like early November in New York. And Rome, right in the middle. Trying to pack the exact same suitcase for all three is basically an impossible exercise, unless you know the specific strategies we're going to cover.
So, don't panic. We're going to solve this whole logistical nightmare together. We'll start by busting the great packing myth, take a look at the local style standard, break down the 3 climate zones, hit the universal rules you absolutely must follow, and finally, build out your ultimate October capsule wardrobe.
All right, Section 1, the great packing myth and the local style standard. Let's shift our mindset right out of the gate. Before you pack a single thing, you've got to understand that locals dress for the season, not whatever the daily thermometer happens to say.
By October 1st, it's a hard switch. The locals completely ditch the summer pastels and flip-flops, shorts, gone. Instead, they pivot to these gorgeous earthy autumn tones: burgundy, camel, olive, mustard, all paired with ankle boots and mid-weight jackets. Now, you don't have to copy them completely, but understanding this shift is key. If you're wandering around Rome or Milan in shorts and a neon t-shirt in mid-October, you are definitely going to feel a bit out of place.
Moving on to Section 3, the 3 climate zones. Mapping out your wardrobe based on exactly where you're heading is the real secret to a perfectly packed trip. Let's look at the numbers.
When you check out the data from the Italian Meteorological Society, the country breaks down beautifully into 3 distinct zones. Down south, it's pretty warm, hovering between 18 and 25 degrees Celsius. The center is a bit crisper, ranging from 11 to 22 degrees, which means you'll definitely need a solid trench coat and a mid-layer. And up north, it gets chilly, dropping down to 7 to 18 degrees, so proper wool insulation and waterproof boots are an absolute must.
Let's zoom in on southern Italy first, places like Sicily, Puglia, the Amalfi Coast. Down there, the afternoons still feel just like late summer. The sun actually has some real heat to it. You're going to want lightweight, breathable fabrics. Think silk camis, short-sleeve cashmere tees, or maybe a linen button-down. But here is the catch, the evening temperature drop. When you're sitting outside for a long dinner, it gets chilly fast. You really just need exactly one warm layer, like a light pashmina or a linen blazer. Seriously, leave the heavy knits at home. You will totally regret packing them.
Now, heading up to central Italy, we're talking Rome, Florence, Tuscany, this is transition dressing at its absolute finest. You get cool mornings, super pleasant afternoons, and then genuinely cold evenings. So here's a specific 3-step layering strategy that handles all of that without you ever needing to change. Step 1, start with a base layer like a long-sleeve merino tee. Step 2, add a lightweight cashmere mid-layer for warmth without the bulk. And step 3, top it off with a short trench coat. This exact combo will carry you all the way from a morning museum run straight through to a 10 p.m. dinner out on those cobblestone streets.
Actually, let's take a quick detour for Florence specifically. You might not know this, but Florence gets the highest rainfall of any major city in central Italy in October, about 80 to 90 millimeters. That's a lot of rain. So the major takeaway here is that an umbrella alone just isn't going to cut it. A packable waterproof jacket is literally an absolute must-have to go with your standard autumn layers.
3 to 5. That's the average number of acqua alta, or tidal flooding events, in Venice during October. What does that mean for you? It means waterproof footwear is not optional here. You absolutely need waterproof ankle boots with a thick sole, at least 2 to 3 centimeters. And for the rest of northern Italy, like Milan or the lakes, you need proper insulation. We're talking genuine wool coats, structured jackets, and warm base layers. If you try to survive on 3 thin layers, you're going to be freezing at 8 a.m. in Milan for sure.
All right, moving to Section 4, universal rules and faux pas. Regardless of whether you're sipping espresso in a warm piazza down south or walking a misty canal up north, there are a few universal rules you simply have to know.
15,000 steps. That is the average daily count you're going to be logging while sightseeing in Italy. Because of this, your footwear is hands down your most important packing decision. You have to pack a minimum of 2 pairs of already broken-in shoes. Why 2? Well, if one pair gets soaked in a sudden rain shower, you need a backup while they dry. White leather sneakers are fantastic for all-day walking across every single region, while thick-soled leather ankle boots are perfect for evenings, especially in the central and northern climates.
You also must, and I mean must, be prepared for the church dress code. Every church in Italy requires covered shoulders and knees, all year round. And yes, this is strictly enforced at major sites like St. Peter's Basilica at the Vatican. They will literally turn you away at the door if you show up in shorts, miniskirts, or sleeveless tops. The easiest hack for this? Just keep a lightweight scarf or pashmina in your day bag. You can instantly throw it over your shoulders or even wrap it around your waist to cover your knees. And it weighs practically nothing.
Now, let's rapidly cover what not to pack. First, leave the high heels at home. Italian cobblestones and ancient stones make them genuinely dangerous. Trust me on that one. Next, skip the thin summer flip-flops. They offer zero grip on wet streets and do nothing against the cold. Also, never pack white pants or skirts. They scuff so easily against dirty stone walls, and October rain will instantly turn that white fabric translucent. No way. Finally, avoid beachwear in city centers. Actually, some municipalities have even introduced fines for wearing beach clothes away from the water, so let's just avoid that whole situation.
Okay, final section, the October capsule wardrobe. Let's consolidate all these regional nuances into a stress-free capsule wardrobe that will easily fit right into a carry-on bag.
The real trick here is completely abandoning those bulky sweaters and random color palettes. Instead, you want to build a neutral base. Think black, camel, navy, or cream. This way, every single item pairs with at least 3 others. And focus entirely on fabrics like temperature-regulating merino wool, cashmere, and ponte. These fabrics pack down incredibly small, they naturally resist wrinkles, and honestly, you can wear them multiple days in a row without any issues.
So here is your ultimate concrete checklist. You'll need 1 pair of dark stretch denim jeans, crucially ones that can easily tuck into your boots. Next up, 1 pair of tailored ponte or wool blend trousers. Add in 2 to 3 merino or cashmere long sleeve tops, then 1 solid cashmere mid-layer. Toss in your outer coat, so a trench for the south and center or a heavier wool coat for the north. Finally, throw in that vital light scarf, your broken-in walking sneakers, and a compact umbrella. With this list, you are literally covered from your morning espresso run all the way to a fancy candlelit dinner.
By packing for the specific regions you're actually visiting, instead of just one imaginary climate, and by mastering the art of strategic layering, you are officially ready to enjoy Italy like a true local. You're going to save bag space, avoid the blistering pain of the wrong shoes, and just glide effortlessly through churches and piazzas alike. So, looking at your itinerary right now, what is the very first strategic piece going into your bag? Safe travels, everyone, and enjoy the incredible beauty of an Italian autumn.